Hi, I'm Suzanne Castle, and this is the Thought Leader Thursday. I'm here today introducing you to another incredible leader, thinker, doer, and all-around amazing human who's going to help each of us think about our world a little bit differently than anyone else. From artists to teachers, from actors to moms, from the big names to the you didn't know about them till now names, my hope is that you will connect with a leader who helps you light up in your corner of this galaxy. This is the Thought Leader Thursday Show. Hi, welcome to the Thought Leader Thursday. My name is Suzanne Castle. I'm glad that you're here for about, 20 minutes or so as we hit some high jamming content with an amazing thought leader. I can't wait to introduce you to this superstar. Seriously, I have goosebumps. I can't believe she's in the studio with me, but you gotta wait a minute because first, okay, Garrett, here's the thing. We're gonna be talking about reality TV a little bit today. So I wanna know, what do you think about reality TV? Let me know.
In general, there's a lot to unpack there with reality TV. It has its moments and it has its really low moments. And I think like the stereotypical one everyone thinks of is The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I've only seen, I think, one season of that, which was an odd time where I had broken up with my girlfriend. And then my friend, who was a girl separate from all that, not romantic, was like, that was like the night, I guess, that The Bachelor was starting, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna be here for you, but like come watch the show with me first. And so I sat through a whole season of that, and I got kind of enraptured with it, and I was like, oh, that's what this is. It's like mind crack.
It's like Minecraft. There you go. It is like Minecraft. Yes, it is.
No, like mind crack. Like it just gets in there, and you're like, oh, I'm addicted to this. It's not good for me. Yeah. Here I am every week coming back to watch more of it.
Yeah.
Just did that one season, but it was something else.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, they figured out the magic. And the reason I wanted to know a little bit about how you feel about reality TV and you checking us out today, how you feel about reality TV, because in the studio, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We have Brianna Ruelas, who is a Dallas-based music industry strategist, and you know her from American Idol. She is a reality TV music coach, online course creator. We're going to hear more about that in a few minutes. She's a podcast co-host. I was lucky enough to be on her show, The Starter Girls. She's a best-selling author, and oh my gosh, did you know that just recently she's coming off this really big high because she produced the first ever reality singing show summit that really connects and helps independent performing artists prepare for and leverage the reality singing show platform, help them create momentum in their music careers, because at her heart, she's a helper. She's an empowerer, and I know we're going to spend some time talking about that, but here's the thing that you know about Brianna already. She is a singer, a performer for like 30 some odd years, right?
That's right.
That's right. Okay. She has studied internationally. She's performed all genres from like jazz to rock. She received a BA in theater arts, which I can't wait to talk about because we're both musical theater nerds, from Pepperdine, which you all know is one of the premier institutions for that. She has spent so many years honing her musical theater chops and entertaining us. And I am so excited. You also, I think, have fronted a rock band. You have done all that work in reality TV with American Idol season 4.
That's right.
Season 4, right? And so she helps support emerging entrepreneurs. She supports restaurateurs like her husband for the last several years, Victor Hugo, who, behind the scenes, she's been doing all sorts of work with their family-owned restaurant. And I just got to tell you, she is just going to lift you up like she lifts me up. So I can't wait. You're going to quit listening to me. I can't wait for you to be on here. Welcome to the show. Thank you for saying yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. Wow. What an introduction. I love your energy so much, and I'm really thankful to finally be here in studio with you and make this happen. It's really exciting.
We have been waiting to make this happen, and thank you for arranging your schedule. Now, I kind of, did a little carrot in there that we are musical theater nerds, and I have a musical theater background, a musical theater degree coming out of the entertainment space, and I love all of that. What was your favorite role?
My favorite role that I've ever done was Rosie from Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
oh my
that
gosh.
was so much fun. And that was before, so I married a Mexican man named Victor Hugo. And Rosie had a little, like, you know, I'm Italian, so, but Rosie was, you know, Hispanic or whatever.
Right.
Maybe she was Puerto Rican, I'm not sure.
I think she was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I think she was.
Very
so sassy. Very like, yeah, like sassy and salty and just awesome. So, you know, I just never knew, like down the road, like I was gonna like, you know, invite that in, you know.
Right.
So it's really, really great. But yeah, that's probably my favorite role. And then another role, and it wasn't a lead role by any means, but it was I was one of the supporting like sisters in West Side Story, like one of the women, because the female roles in West Side Story are very limited. Like there's not a lot.
Specific, right.
Yeah, they're very specific, you know, but we did the whole like America, you know. So yeah, those were probably my two favorite shows that I ever did.
I love that, and I can see you in both of those roles.
Yeah,
So
it was
very
fun.
well cast. So okay, so you have all this background in musical theater. You've been on our television sets. Now you're here with us. So how are you managing that? Because you've gone into like strategic consultant work, empowering entrepreneurs. You're a best-selling author who helps performing artists kind of take ownership of their musical biz. So tell us about that journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I was actually working full-time corporate America, 9 to 5 with ABC national television sales, doing advertising sales.
Wow.
Up until the time that my third daughter was born. And then I'm like, all right, I'm done with this corporate stuff. I'm going to stay home. My husband's going to bring home the bacon, and I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom and, you know, work on building a vocal coaching business, like a vocal coaching practice, and I'll start vocal coaching. Well, fast forward to about 2 months after I quit my job, and we received the keys to our first restaurant, Victor Hugo's in Dallas. And we weren't anticipating that. So literally what felt like overnight, we went from having 2 steady full-time incomes and 401ks to both of us being unemployed and like kind of thrust into this entrepreneurial space.
Right.
So it was a real shock, honestly. And we didn't plan for that.
Yeah.
And what it did, though, was give me that just bootstrapping education that I needed to become an entrepreneur. And I always tell people, like, if you would have told me, you know, 8 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever it was, that I was going to be like full-fledged entrepreneur, author, 2 businesses, like all of the, like I probably would have laughed in your face, because that wasn't on my radar at all. And it's amazing what happens when you make decisions to step into something new, but then also challenge yourself to kind of level up, to make bold decisions. Like just publishing my very first book is what really opened everything up for me, because that book enabled me to start speaking at music festivals, connecting with more artists,
right,
moving into that strategy consultant role, and then starting to speak about my experience in American Idol and my entire journey. And I realized how passionate I was about not only coaching artists how to get on these reality shows, but teaching them how to leverage and maximize them.
Yeah.
For the career momentum.
Right.
Because so many artists go on these shows and they miss a huge opportunity, and they think, oh, I didn't get far, or I didn't win the show, so my music career's over and I screwed the opportunity, and whatever that is. And it's just not the case. Like, you have every opportunity, no matter how far you get in the competition, to truly leverage it. And so I teach artists how to do that.
Yeah, and it's really amazing, because I think when we've talked, at the crux of what you do is really about empowering people and giving and letting them know you do have limitless power. You can be strategic about it, but you need to own that space and that power. I think that's why I'm so drawn to your work. And also, I think as you balance, you've got 3 kids, you've got all this motherhood mania going on, and you've got an entrepreneurial restaurateur of a husband. You're an entrepreneur as well. And I just think that you've got such good energy, but how on earth are you making all of that happen? That just, your life is very busy.
It is very, very busy. But, you know, what I tell my girls, and, you know, you and I have talked about this, it's so important as a woman in business, but also just as a woman. Like, I want to teach them the importance of work ethic.
Right.
I want to teach them fiscal responsibility. I want to teach them the things that I really didn't grow up learning about until my adulthood. You know, there's so many things that I learned the hard way over time and making mistakes and all the things. And then, but I know like the type of knowledge that I want them to have. And my husband and I are very, very big on education. And so for me, it's all about, I make it work because it's important. It's a priority. So I have to literally look at my schedule and look at what's going on. I prioritize my family, but I also prioritize my business and my creativity, because if I'm not creating, I'm not living up to like the best that I can be as their mother, as a businesswoman, as a wife, like, you know, so, but the creation and the process that I go through to like share my art and to support others, it makes me feel alive, you know? So to me, it is a priority. Anytime that I'm disconnected with my creative outlet of music, singing, songwriting, whatever that might be, I get very depressed. And I always tell people that if you have a gift and you're not exercising it, you will mentally, emotionally, and spiritually suffer. And not just you, but those around you will as well.
You know, I think as creators, I get in that funk space too, right? And I have to defunkify. And I think one of the best skills that we can give to our children is to teach them, all right, you're in this space, now what will you do about it? You can sit there and stay stuck there, or what are the tools or the resources or the people that you have around you to help you? You know, and if it is you using a gift or creating a something or going for a walk, whatever it is, we have the responsibility, I think, as parents, and I think we get that more as performers maybe, that everybody gets in those spaces. And what we do is really teach every moment of our lives. And so I love the way that you're showing them, here's how you get to show up in the world. Now, take advantage of that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's okay to have that funk, right? It's okay to feel it. We're going to feel it. We're going to experience it, but we're not going to dwell in it, and we're not going to live there forever. And we're going to learn from it, and we're going to move on, because at the end of the day, you know, we want to thrive in life. We don't want to just be stuck in the muck all the time.
Can I jump in and say something?
I'm sorry?
Can I jump in and say something?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who Jason Isbell is?
Yes.
So he has a song, I think, that kind of goes along, kind of in line with what you're saying, where I can't remember the name of it, but he's like writing to his daughter, and he's saying like, I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up, a song to sing, a tale to tell, something like that. It's just like, I hope you find something creative, a creative outlet to kind of allow you those like abilities to express yourself and to express those moments when you do feel down like that. And it kind of, it's a cathartic release in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think it is. And I think that's part of the education that we have in kind of a tribal way. I know that it's important that we surround ourselves with people that are lifting us up and then go, yeah, I had a moment like that. We're going to sit with you. For just, we don't necessarily need to fix it right now. The sitting with it's also important, but then to show them, but I didn't stay there, you know, and I know that you're modeling that in a lot of different ways that you're doing. And I know you've been working really hard on this new, amazing course creation. And I have to say, I think for creators, I know I started this show in the middle of COVID kind of as a vanity project to really connect creators and thought leaders that were really stuck and weren't getting their message out. And I was like, there's got to be a way to do this. Let's do this. So that's one of the things I did. And I know you've spent some time coming up with this amazing launch that I really would love for you to tell everybody listening about.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much. So I am very excited about this launch. So this will take place. The first training that I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a brand new training for artists who want to go on a reality singing show.
Wow.
September 7th. Okay. But mid-September is the launch of the reality singing show Success Academy. Wow. So I have been working towards this. I mean, obviously preparing with years and years of background and experience, but I've been building this out for about 6 months now. And then prior to that, about a year, because I launched a kind of like beta type course for reality singing shows. And then this is my full-on signature course. So I am so pumped about it. It's a 6-week program. I'm going to be in the trenches with them. So weekly for 8 weeks, I'm going to be in there helping them go through the material. It's a combination of, you know, live coaching with me in addition to all the online course material. And it really just takes them through what I call the 3 phases of your reality singing show experience, where we start at the preparation phase, where we're kind of understanding, you know, why we're doing this, mentally how to prepare, choosing the right songs, you know, getting ready for that audition, and then the positioning phase, phase is like that performance where you actually are going in for that live audition and really positioning yourself to get that yes and to get that opportunity. And then lastly, the maximizing phase, where we literally show you, we step by step walk you through how to maximize. And it goes from everything from email marketing to social media.
Wow.
And truly like understanding how to create brand visibility that attracts but also connects you with music supporters, not just new followers, because new followers are great, but are they buying your merch? Are they buying your music? Right. We're going to create music supporters through all of these strategies. So it's a 6-week course, and inside it's just packed with a ton of resources to really help you leverage and maximize the experience so that you can create momentum and sustainability in your music career.
This is unbelievable to me. I mean, seriously, because when you look at the landscape, like everybody's just like, oh, I'm going to be on TV, but they don't think about the prep work before that. They just get excited that they got an audition and suddenly they made it. And then, like you said earlier, they don't maximize that opportunity because I don't think that they know. I mean, we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And to give them a toolbox of resources to say, okay, I'm doing this opportunity, and what now will it also lead to?
That's right. The opportunities.
Right. It's a whole different way of thinking about this experience.
And people don't look at that big picture.
Right.
They're so narrowly focused, like you said, audition, like it's like, okay, one day at a time, but they're not focused on the big picture, which is, it doesn't matter whether you win or not. Get your butt on television, start networking, get all of these things in place prior to going on the show. And then when you get released, it's go time, baby. The fun begins.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, I think expanding network is something that I hope comes out of really what we've learned in COVID, which is we have to collaborate if we want to win in the world. And I mean, win hearts, win minds, win whatever that is. It's not necessarily dollars, but I mean, your people that you have around you can help you shine. And I think you giving them tools for that is absolutely extraordinary. I can't wait. So we could check that out on your website. Would that be the best place to send
Absolutely.
people to?
So you can head over to BriannaRuelasMusic.com, and I actually have a freebie over there, which is a 3-part training series. You can either go to BriannaRuelas.com/free training.
Okay.
Or on my BriannaRuelasMusic.com homepage, you can pick up this free training, get into my kind of world, and I'll be sharing in the next few weeks exactly how to get in on these brand new trainings that are happening starting September 7th. Amazing. And then the course and the academy will launch next month, mid-September.
So great. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to drop those links in. So don't worry if you didn't have a pen ready to go. They're going to be in the comments below, whatever platform you're watching this on, and you can check those out. We'll hyperlink to it because you need to be checking it out. And I know you know someone who also needs this. The power of networking and sharing your community is huge. Okay, so here's what we do. At the end of every show, I like to ask the guest what their definition or what it means for them to say sparkle. So lay some knowledge on us.
All right. So to sparkle means, in my opinion, to operate with heart, to like really get grounded in exactly who you are and the intention behind it, right? Exactly what you're really wanting to leave people with.
Right.
And that's heart and love to me, because ultimately I always believe that if your intentions are good and you're operating with heart, then you're going to make the impact with those who are ready to receive it.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times for me, you know, I always ground myself in the mornings, whether it's through meditation or praying or writing or whatever it might be, so that I can open myself up to receive information, but also just kind of like sit there and listen and be guided by what I need to be doing in this world, right? But at the end of the day, if I can constantly be tapping into that awareness of giving with love and operating with heart, then I know that we can make a huge difference and make a huge impact. I
think that's extraordinary. And I had no worry that what you would lay down on us would be truly amazing from all of your experiences. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, I'm like a little emotional. It's nice to have another entertainer in the space. And I know how packed your schedule is. So thank you for making space for me, for the audience. I hope you've enjoyed having Brianna with us. And before we go, I do want to remind you at the very next show that we are going to have Melanie Binger, who is a goal setting coach. And she comes at it from a completely different perspective from anyone I have ever heard. So I hope that you'll tune in. Brianna, thank you so much for your time and your energy. You truly are a thought leader.
You are welcome. And thank you for having me. It was my honor. I love you. I adore you so much.
Love you too. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. Bye.